Welcome to Improv On and Off the Stage, the journey. You are on a journey, and I am on the journey with you. My name is Shannon. Welcome, 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 welcome. Welcome, 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 and welcome. Welcome to you, and you, and you, and you, and you. Thank you so much. Excellent. What you are about to experience is just that, an experience. We are going to do some improv for you, but what, oh what, is improv? That's what you're asking yourself right now, but you don't have to ask it out loud quite yet, because we will answer it in the first half of this show. Now, the thing that I need you to put into your minds and your bodies is this idea of relinquishing control. That is where we are. That is the theme for this evening. It's the theme for the month. The theme for the year is community. And look what you've done. You've built community right here together. And some of you have no clue what you're in for, so you've relinquished control. So really this show has started and ended. Thank you so much. You've done it. I want to talk about relinquishing control. I want to talk about improv. I want to talk about all of those things. And I have a whole team, an amazing team to do that with. And first up is Aaron Sines. Thank you so much. Hi, Aaron. Hi. Sometimes we do it, and sometimes we don't. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I am very well.
Good.
There are so many things going on in our lives right now.
It's true.
In our personal lives, in our relationship, friendship, in the lives of these people, in the lives of people who aren't in this theater.
Oh, yeah, the digital people.
The digital people. Hi, digital.
Hi, digitals.
Yeah.
They love it when you call them digital.
Oh, they love it. It's true. It's true. I want to know how you're relinquishing control these days.
Wow. Okay, so this is a big topic for me.
I think so.
Well, okay, off the stage, for those of you who know me, I'm very uptight. Just very controlling, yes. And I have 2 young children, and maybe like 2 or 3 years ago, I noticed that my older kid was showing signs of being timid and doing a lot of looking at me to see if he could do things. And it started to clue in, and now even my younger one does it, and I'm working very hard on it. They do this in part because I'm controlling.
Oh.
So controlling. Eat that, don't eat that. Put that up, pick that up. Can you please go, please, sweetie, I love you. Baby, please, thank you, sweetheart, thank you, please, 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 please. But really it's do it, do it, do it, do it. So I started to try to be like, and just let the wind come out of me instead of wrapping it around them and trying to control them. And I believe it's making me a better father, one small little bit, one little bitty day at a time.
How's it, if it's making you a better father, how's it making you feel as a person to give up that, don't do that and do this and what, how's that?
If you've ever seen someone who can't swim, who falls into the water, first off, why didn't you help that person? Why weren't you just watching? But it's that, it's like I feel like I'm drowning. But then I see my kids go and explore something, go play on their own, have a good time, bring them to me, and it's just like,
and that makes you feel
amazing.
Okay.
Amazing.
Okay. Yeah.
Shannon?
Yes.
Every time you're on stage with me, I'm sure it's just nothing but relinquishing control to my absurdities.
No, it's lovely. I can, it's great.
Oh, please tell me, how about you?
I am relinquishing control by doing this. We are a community of people right now that we, as this particular group goes, and we, as this particular group goes, haven't done this particular thing before, right?
No.
We understand how to do it, but we've never been on this stage. We've never used that screen. There are a couple of things that we've just not done, and usually when we've done this before. The last time we did it was 3 months ago. Usually what happens is for a week, no, for the month that we are about to do this, I am just like that with your children. Don't do that. Don't write that. Excuse me, can you write this email? You know what? I'm just going to sit at my computer and I'm going to be here all night, 24/7. I can't eat breakfast. Thank you so much for trying to bake it. I can't eat lunch. No. There's no potty breaks. It's like that. But this time around, because, thank goodness, there's this happening that we're about to learn about, there's this, every step of the way, I've had to breathe and let go and really trust that my community has my back. Yeah? And that has been terrifying.
Yeah,
terrifying, absolutely terrifying. Sure. And guess what?
What?
They've had my back every step of the way.
And how does that make you feel?
Fantastic. Absolutely supported. Yeah, it's very, very, very nice.
And all of you Shannon supporters.
Thank you. Thank you so much for supporting. This is the thing. We can talk about how it makes us feel.
Should we get some chairs?
No.
Oh.
No, thank you.
Okay.
But it'd be nice to learn about why it makes us feel that way. Oh, stop. Friends and family, let us bring up our
behavioral analyst.
Yes, licensed behavioral analyst.
A resident journey scientist.
So to tell us why we are feeling this way and why relinquishing control is important, Emily Arnold Fleming.
What do we call them? Virtuals. Hello, virtuals. It's good to see y'all. So yeah, my job here for this improv show is to be the part of the science team. I'm a behavior analyst, which means that I operationalize and study behavior and how our environment affects people's behavior, and how, vice versa, how our behavior affects our environment. And today we're going to talk about relinquishing control. Anyone out here who is like me and kind of like wants to control all of the things in our lives, like when our chores get done or like our projects at work or our to-do list? Do you like having control? Yeah, a lot of us do. Right? But how many of us have seen, as we go through doing our things, that not everything always goes according to plan? It's because life is messy, right? Our life is never just a straight line. There's chaos in life, right? Anyone have like an example of like something chaotic that happened to them, like recently? Maybe not like traumatic, but like maybe a fun chaos. Yeah.
I was supposed to go to a wedding, but I got COVID the day I was supposed to leave, and that sucked.
Oh man.
Yeah.
This variant,
Yeah.
let me tell you, I went on a trip, first day I got there, COVID, spent the entire trip in a hotel room, safe. Life is messy. And so when we're thinking about relinquishing control, recognizing that because life is messy, because like we can't go to our weddings like we plan or have our trips like we plan all the time, that sometimes when we're thinking about relinquishing control, and this is my job to define our topic for us, the acceptance that there are factors beyond our influence that will affect our outcomes, right? And you know, that can mean a lot of things. That can mean that maybe we get sick when we want to do a thing. It can mean that maybe we want someone else to take over a part of a project and we might not have complete control. It might mean that probably I haven't figured out how to make my computer stop shutting off after 15 minutes. So about 15 minutes after this slideshow, you'll see my screensaver. Now all of those things might happen today. Don't know, it's a mystery. Speaking of mysteries and relinquishing control, what I have done, so generally those of you who have watched on and off the show know that I always prepare a nice slideshow beforehand. It's the least improvised part because I put it together. But this time around, I have asked the people who are present today, the non-virtual persons, to vote on what kind of presentation they're going to see today. And today it's going to be Emily relinquishes control of the slides. Good, great. Now, with that means is that I emailed people, our team, before this show, and I said, hey, can you all just send Shannon things? Just send Shannon pictures and whatever of things that you think of when you think of relinquishing control. And I will figure out how to talk about them.
Yeah.
Are you ready? Yes. Okay. So when Luke sees a relinquishing control, we think about these lines in our life, like these borders that come in. Sometimes we set our own borders. Anyone like set up their own like boundaries or like try to set boundaries with people? Oh man, how many of us are really good at sticking to them? Good job. Yeah, a lot of training, right? The rest of us, maybe not so much. Maybe a little chaos. But you know, and sometimes we have to be okay. Sometimes we have to be okay that maybe our boundaries could be a little flexible. Maybe sometimes they shouldn't be, right? They should not be if it's, you know, I do not feel comfortable being touched there, you saying these things, etc. You know, but maybe some of our things can be a little flexible. Maybe I'll try skydiving someday. Has anyone stepped out of their comfort zone recently and like maybe pushed like a boundary in like a fun way?
Fun.
What'd you do?
Well, I guess it's fun. No, it is for fun. So I'm a therapist, and what I've been reading, we've taught that really be super judicious about self-disclosure because we don't want our clients to feel like they have to take care of their work.
Yeah, I'm gonna repeat some of what you're saying so the virtual people can hear. So you're being careful about self-disclosure because you're a therapist with your clients. All right, go on.
And I've seen, so also believe in self as insurance. So
Yeah.
to make a balance between those, and I've been trying judicious self-disclosure a little bit more than maybe I have before. And it's interesting to see the difference in connection. Like, and that's a balancing act, right? To make sure that the person doesn't feel like I'm asking them for help, but they can see like, yeah, this is really hard. I understand it because I've gone through it.
Right, yeah, so the difference between like disclosure and also it kind of sounds like when we're saying self-disclosure, like modeling, right? Like
Exactly.
kind of, yeah, like modeling those behaviors. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, and sometimes we try these new things and you found better connection with your clients. That's wonderful.
And they can bring fun in, and they feel a little bit more calm, and they can comfortably or secure and constructively art stuff into it, which is what I love.
Ooh, fun art stuff. That's wonderful. That's awesome. Thank you for sharing. Thank you so much. All right, let's see what the next person's giving me. Oh, beautiful. Sometimes we relinquish control by being silly. Being an adult sucks. Right? There are a lot of rules for adulthood. Shout me some adult rules.
No crying.
No crying in public. Why? What else?
Eat something nutritious.
Eat something nutritious. I want a burger. What else?
Pee in the toilet.
Yeah. I want to go in the woods. That's all right. Yeah, there's so many, you know, there's a lot of control over adulthood. Anyone ever, you know, this is going to be a silly question, who hasn't eaten nutritious sometimes? And how does it feel, my friend? Great.
Satisfying.
Satisfying. I also had a burger for dinner tonight, so like, yeah. So good. Burger and tacos. I love Austin. I love Texas. I'm from Virginia. I love your tacos. Great. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So speaking of things that are wild and relinquishing control, man, skydiving is scary. Why is skydiving scary?
Wow.
It's loud. What else?
You could die.
Yeah, it's loud. You could die. There's no, at the point before your parachute drops, there's nothing. There's nothing. I know. Why else?
The only fears that we do not learn, that we are born with, that are not conditioned, is falling and loud sounds, and it's both.
That's right. We are born afraid of loud sounds and falling, and that is both things in one time. What happens to you when you are afraid? What happens to you? Knees lock, you freeze, yeah. And you know, sometimes there are things that are not quite as scary as skydiving that you might be doing where you freeze, right? Anyone had that happen? Maybe the stakes are a little bit lower than skydiving, but you're like, sometimes if we just give up that control of that fear, sometimes we try something new and it's scary, just like you were telling me about, like we're disclosing to our clients, or maybe you do skydive, or maybe you book a trip to Texas, or maybe you eat a burger when maybe you're not supposed to eat a burger if you're in your second trimester, and maybe you're not supposed to eat them. But like, it's fine. It was cooked. And that's great. We're giving up some control over life, and it's a little more fun. Ooh, and relaxing, Braden. How were those wrong tacos we had at rehearsal? So, we had some tacos that were wrong.
Yeah, so, okay, I plugged in, I told everybody I was gonna go get tacos for rehearsal.
Yeah.
I plugged in a taco place.
Yes.
I went to the wrong taco place. And I was like, either I can go to the taco place that it's telling me to go to, or I can relinquish control and get these wrong tacos and bring them to the rehearsal, and maybe no one will care, or maybe everyone will judge me. I don't know. Emily, how were those wrong tacos we had at rehearsal?
I mean, they were great. They were my first tacos back in Austin, so they were perfect. You want to know what I did with those tacos? When I took some tacos to go to take home, my mom is here with me, and she has never been to Texas before, and so I was like, you need Texas tacos. And we microwaved them because they've been sitting for a while, and we microwaved them for way too long, and had the hottest tacos in the world. So we're like in our hotel room, just like picking them apart on like tissues. We didn't have real napkins, and just like picking them apart. Which again, if we had like more control over what we were doing, maybe we wouldn't have had that fun experience if we were like planning that out, right? So and that's it. About different ways that we relinquish control, and it was a lot of fun. And now what we're going to do is we're going to see Shannon and Aaron, because you know, you all bought, these are, you can donate to us. By the way, you should, if you haven't yet, donate to Improv on off the stage so that we can, you know, pay for plane tickets. And because you have theoretically donated to an improv show, would you like to see some improv?
Yeah.
So, you want to do some improv?
Yeah.
Okay, bye.
This is great.
It's amazing. I think I can see the whole museum from here. Christ.
Yeah.
I bumped the puppet. It's stuck. Let me just.
Nice.
It's the glass.
You know,
Yeah. Right.
the last time we did this,
Yeah.
we didn't get caught.
I know. Oh, let me get the fake that.
It was exhilarating.
On 3.
1, 2. I don't want to do this anymore.
What?
I don't want to steal diamonds anymore.
After this one?
No.
You don't want to steal that knife.
I don't want to do this anymore.
Fine. Put it back.
What?
What?
You didn't?
I don't know why. You don't want to do it? You don't do it.
You just like that
Sure.
anymore.
Okay, well, it's your body.
Good. I want to get tattoos and giant earplugs. Hot. I would sail across the universe world.
The whole thing.
The whole thing in a sailboat, small enough just for us.
Ambitious, but I love it. I only stole diamonds with you to fund the rest of our adventures.
You mean all this time we could have been on a boat just sailing across the world universe?
Sure.
All this time I could have been getting tattoos and giant ear thingies?
Like as many as your ears would hold. Which I guess is 1. What?
I only stole diamonds because you wanted to steal diamonds and maybe the whole time I wanted to do something else and now my whole life is a sham and maybe I want to do something that you don't want to do.
You feel better?
I feel better.
Good.
I feel better.
Good.
I feel much better.
Good. We spent so much time worrying about the silent alarms. We weren't looking for the signs that we weren't happy. The silent alarm. I can't wait to get into our boat.
Yeah? Oh, wait. Emily? What? What do you have to say about that? How did you feel?
Sneaky.
Really?
Yes, I was in the moment.
Yeah, me too. Hey, Boss Street.
Yeah.
That's good stuff.
So part of what we're here today to talk about is how the stuff that I talked about is related to the stuff that you just did.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. So when we're doing improv, when you're doing improv, and we're doing improvisation and teaching it and learning it and doing it, there's so much giving up control.
Yeah.
Right? And so like, let's talk about some of the things that we saw in your scene, in interplay between y'all and them,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Because there's so much back and forth, right? We saw how like some of their music affected your scene. You didn't have complete control over the tone because you had control over the tone, but you were following where they were. You were following where they were.
Yeah. It's good.
It's good.
It's good.
It's good. Was there a moment, we were talking a little bit about fear, right? And a little bit about things that we might feel like, oh, maybe I can't do this, and we might need to stop. And I mean, we obviously saw that kind of play out here in the scene. But we also kind of know, one of like improv 101 things is like, let's follow through with the thing. Don't stop the thing. So how does that feel to kind of work through maybe some of the discomfort of doing something a little bit different with your scene?
I liked it.
Good.
It was so much fun to start off mirroring you, just doing the thing and being silly. Aha, from slideshow. And then just a little bit of changes, and then we were just in chaos and moving and being different from each other, and that was great. That was very free and like fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also, I'm lying. It was terrifying. And today's word is terrifying. So it was terrifying today because we haven't done this in a long time, right? And so, yeah, 3 months. And so some of that, it was scary like skydiving scary to get somewhere and then actually to be supported. Sometimes support is scary, which is so interesting, right? I don't know, you guys see some nodding, right? Like you give a little bit and someone's like, no, I support you. And you're like, no, that can't be right. You can't support me, right? That can't be right. And then you give a little more, and people are still supporting you, and you're like, this is
the trick.
This is new.
Yes.
And the practice is to continue to give, and that's where the fun came in. Was after near the end, where I was like, we're having fun now. I'm going to be supported, and then we found the button. But isn't that the way that you are being supported? You're giving, you're giving, you're giving. And you're being supported, and finally you're like, I'm being supported. And whatever it is you're being supported in is done, and you have to start the whole process.
The vicious support cycle.
It is. It's never ending. And so speaking of vicious support cycles.
Is this our most vicious loop?
Yes, this is my segue. So more than just seeing improvisation as an entertainment avenue, we have our very own registered drama therapist here, and we are going, I'm going to go and wiggle the mouse to make sure that so that you don't see my screensaver. But we're going to let you two experience some more scary things.
Yeah, some
And
drama
do some
therapy.
drama therapy. So everyone, please welcome Luke Watt.
It's good to see you.
Well, it's great to see you.
You're going to lead us through some drama therapy.
That's right. That's
Okay.
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, going along with relinquishing control, I'm gonna spread out a lot of suggestions. We're gonna play some different scenes to go along with that. Part of with relinquishing control is about like responsiveness versus reactiveness. And so when we hear a phrase or hear something that's emotionally charged, it's kind of in ourselves about like, okay, am I going to react to it? Am I going to be very quick about it, like, or am I going to be responsive? Am I going to be restrained? Am I going to be like, okay, all right, I'm still feeling some stuff, but I'm gonna just kind of maybe take it in and then respond to it as I need to. So we'll play with that a little bit, but we'll build it up as we go along. it's okay to, yeah, are you guys
We're ready, yeah, we're
Okay,
ready.
cool, great, wonderful. All right, sweet. So what we'll do, I'm gonna ask the audience, and for like just a very simple phrase, like I have a plant, or things like that. What is a very simple phrase, simple sentence?
I can do it.
I can do it. Cool. All right, great. Yeah, I can do it. I can do it. Sweet. And then, and I was wondering if we could get an emotional response to "I can do it." Can we hear that just for a little bit?
Definitely me.
All right, so yeah, I can do it. Wonderful, wonderful. Sweet. So, and then, yeah, Shannon, do you want to come in with that phrase, with that emotional intent in mind?
Yes,
Okay,
yes, I do.
great. And
I
then,
can do it. Yeah.
great. And then, Aaron, let's have you. Let's just call this a teacher's lounge. So, yeah. So I'll have you just in the morning. It's a teacher's lounge, and you're going to be just caring about your day. And then Shannon's going to come in saying I can do it. And Aaron, I would love for you to see if we can have you be reactive to.
Reactive?
Yeah, reactive to it. So.
Words?
Yes, with words.
Oh,
Yes, yeah.
Okay, okay. I can do it. I can do it.
You can find the cream? You can do that? I just looked. I just looked. Yeah, no, of course, please. I just looked, though. I just looked.
Yeah, okay.
Help me.
Great, yeah, see,
Help me with this.
yeah.
Sorry, I haven't had my coffee.
Scary, Luke.
Great, yeah, you're doing wonderful.
Really?
Doing wonderful, yeah. So what do we see in the scene? What do we, yeah. Freeze, yeah, kind of like, there was a challenge, like Aaron's character, challenged Shannon a little bit. You're like, oh, you can find it? So yeah. So, and then all of a sudden, like, Shannon's,
Literally frozen.
Yeah. So there's a lot of reactives is very strong, very quick, and pretty sudden. But let's see that scene again, but see Aaron being responsive instead.
I can do it.
Okay. Please, thank you. Thank you! Who was that mystery hero? That Captain Cafe! Major villain.
Yeah. Lots of wonderful confidence is great. Yeah. And there was also a trust about okay, all right, cool. That was built in. With being responsive about okay, cool. All right. Just gonna breathe in the situation and then allow for the confidence to grow.
Yeah, that felt, hello. That felt much better. It was interesting to see, well, it did. It was interesting to be responded to in the first one that made me freeze and then legit freeze and not have a reaction and not even know what it was that I was saying that I could do anymore.
Yeah.
And then in the second one, it felt like being offered a gift as far as oh, yeah, you can help. There was space, there was time to think and then I felt like I could do the thing. The music also helped.
And yeah, so yeah, a lot of relinquishing control as well is all about like, okay, how can I give attention? Where, you know, how can I give attention to other people in the room, and how can I support that? So, so yeah, so let's try. Can we try one more time?
Yes, please.
Okay, great. Can we get another phrase? Very boring phrase. Yeah.
What day is it?
What day is it? Wonderful, great. What day is it? And then, yeah, can we get an emotional response to what day is it? Perfect. Yes. All right. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Let's switch it up. So Shannon, let's just have the teachers' lounge for simplicity's
Okay.
sake. Teachers' lounge, and then yeah, and we'll come in with what day is it, and yeah, go for reacting.
Okay.
What day is it?
It's Wednesday, it's Wednesday.
Okay.
See, yeah, all right, yeah.
It doesn't feel good to be reactive.
It doesn't. It doesn't feel good in my body.
All right, cool. Let's switch it up and go for response.
Responsive.
Yeah.
What day is it?
Are you all right?
It took me 3 minutes to get here. I'm 10 minutes away. I'm very late. What day is it?
It is definitely Wednesday. Calendar says Wednesday, the 29th.
I have an off block.
Congrats. Congratulations. Would you like to wash your hands?
So much!
Wonderful. Yeah. So Shannon's character still got the information across, but in a different way the second time. You know, like taking in Aaron's character's you know, emotion about just feeling very spacey. And I'm like, okay, cool, yep. See that you're very spacey, and then yeah, I can like guide you into yes, it's Wednesday, and then yeah, very nice.
There's a feeling on that side, I don't know if you felt this like when you were doing it, but there is a feeling of selfishness versus gift giving in the responsive one, the second one,
Yeah, the second
being
one.
responsive.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering if anyone here has gone through both of those things and felt like, oh, like more open when you are responsive. Do you feel like that? Do you feel more open? More open? I see some nods. It's just, it's like, it's an interesting thought, Luke, to take the time to, it's very selfless, but it's very difficult to do. Because
Yeah.
even in that space, I'm like, I'm doing a thing.
Yeah.
I'm doing a thing.
Yeah.
You are interrupting me. I'm doing it. I don't care if it's mine. And now, what is this? What do you want?
Yeah.
It's whatever.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
And then the second one, I'm still doing the thing, but now we're sharing, come over here. But now we're sharing space instead of a wall being put up.
Yeah, it's like a difference between something bouncing and something like sitting for a while.
Dang, yeah.
It's just what you just said.
Uh-huh.
I just agreed.
Wow. But it was cool. It was a different way. I liked it.
And this is one aspect of relinquishing control. and yeah, and just kind of like knowing that like like there's a lot of ways to relinquish control, but also like if we went further to like figure out like, okay, where are my limits and boundaries for myself, and how much control to give up, and so on and so forth.
Licensed drama therapist Luke Wallace. Aaron, on those two notes, like the relinquishing of control, but the responsiveness and
reaction or reduction.
Yell them out. Reactive.
Reactiveness.
Thank you. Responsive and reactive. Do you want to do one more scene based on that? Like a scene? An improv scene? A whole improvised scene?
A whole improvised scene on that.
Okay. All right.
You want to have a gimmick?
Yeah, get it.
Okay. Oh, okay, yeah. Control went away. This is the gimmick. I need someone who's sort of in the audience, not a digital. If I need you to be able to say switch. Does anyone feel comfortable saying the word switch? If so, raise your hand. You, sir, in the very reclined position. Thank you very much. We will be doing a scene, and at some point, you may feel that either Shannon or I is being either reactionary or responsive. And all I do is when you notice it, just say, oh, switch, and then boom, we're gonna do the other one. And have fun, just kind of mixing it up as you like.
Okay.
Okay, can we do, does that feel?
Yes.
Oh, God. The coolest man I've ever met. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, can you do this?
I can do this. You know what?
Yes.
In the spirit of giving up control, I'm going to
Yes.
ask a question.
Yeah.
From the audience, who thinks they actually understand responsiveness? Responsive. Okay, explain responsive.
Responsive is using your listening is instead of being like you said, selfish and there's something going to affect me. You come out of that. Oh my God, it's going to affect me, and say, okay, I'm just going to stay here for a second and receive what they're saying.
Okay. Yes. Receive what they're saying.
Listening.
And the other one is
Reactiveness.
Reactive. Who understands reactive? And can explain it to me. Anyone? Ooh, that's good. Oh, yes.
I think it's just impulse, so you don't think first. It's just like whatever is on the surface, and it is like that ball bouncing off.
The impulsively bouncing ball.
The impulsively bouncing ball. Reactive.
Reactive.
Taking a moment. Responsive. Okay. I got it. I can do this. I can do improv. I'm a professional.
You are, though.
I know.
This scene takes place somewhere. Cool. Let us know through music. And
Where it
that's
takes
where
place.
it takes place in a location. They're going to tell us through music.
Okay.
That's reasonable?
Yeah, it's good. I answered perfectly.
Okay, that's great.
It's so sticky. Don't go there.
Are you ready?
This is backstage at a circus. There's like, it's a huge tent, but it's a tiny little space because there's lots of other things. There's like elephants going on over there. There's bears happening. They're all well taken care of, okay? They're loved elephants and bears, this circus.
They own the circus.
They own the circus.
Pioneers of the circus.
But here's a tiny, tiny little spot where the actors are, the clowns,
Yeah.
whoever, trapeze artists are getting ready. Okay?
Okay. Do you want me to touch you up? That's a no?
I'm realizing now what I meant was thank you so much for asking, but no, I'm fine.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I wanted to be a magician when I was younger.
Yeah.
Yeah, they told me I should be a clown.
what you thought or what they told you. Because now you are what you want to be.
No,
Yes.
I still kind of want to be a magician.
No.
I do.
No, it's, you know, I'm a magician.
And that's why I brought it up.
No, it's a coin.
Oh! That's great.
Heads, you should have been a magician. Tails, you're exactly who you are supposed to be.
Okay.
Oh,
See?
yeah.
It's a two-headed coin.
You know,
Yeah?
we all have talents. And some of those talents fly away like the wind. You know, you lose them with age. That's what I'm saying.
It's in your sleeve. I know that one.
And some of those talents there's nothing in there, are hard to find.
Okay. Do I?
No, it's a hard to find talent.
I know, but there's a bottom. There's like a fake bottom.
Listen, what I'm trying to tell you is that I have nothing for you. No, that's not what I'm meaning. It's that what you need is inside.
What? Oh, God, no. What? No, bad touch.
No, it's good. No, feel it. Feel it. Feel it. Tell me what you're feeling.
I feel like you're kind of like in the rib cage.
Yes.
And you're finding something that was long ago. Put that back in. Put it back in.
No,
Put it
you
back
have
in.
to
Put it
face
back.
it.
Put it back
You
in.
have to
Put it back
face
in.
it.
Put
You
it back in.
have to face
Put
it.
it back in.
There's no way.
Switch.
Okay. Okay. I'll face it. With my face on. Hold on. It's the ball that goes in the cup. I could never find it. It was in me the whole time?
Yes.
I could have saved so much money. I don't want to give it up.
Switch.
My ball. I'm a magician.
The tent fades away. The animals are silent. There's no more bears. A spotlight. Imagine it. A spotlight. Right here. This magician takes the stage.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight, a trick I've been working on for 30 years. How to make your childhood disappointments disappear.
That was fun.
Good job! Yeah! Good job!
Friends and family, it's time for a little break.
Ooh.
Yeah, it is.
Ooh.
Yes?
Okay.
Okay, so let me just tell you what's happening. You have figured out improv, all right? You've watched it, you know it, you understand it.
He did some.
You did some. There's responsiveness
Yes.
and
Reactiveness.
reactiveness. Okay, think about those things as we relinquish control over the break. You're gonna go through this exit, you're gonna mingle. There should be some cards on the tables for you to look at. And you can take a card if you'd like. You can take it and bring it back in for the second half. If it means nothing to you, you can leave it. If it means something to you, you can share it. But build community while you're out there, and we'll see you back here in 10 minutes. 10 minutes. There it is. Yes. Bye. That way. That way. That way. We're doing our job. We're doing it.
whatever y'all choose.
Responsiveness.
Sweet or sour? Sour? Hot or cold?
Oh,
Fish or fowl?
foul.
Smelly or stinky?
Stinky.
Wet or dry?
Dry.
Rats or dragons?
Dragon.
Sky or ground?
Sky.
Pools or lakes?
Lake.
Boats or barges?
Barge.
Sunrise or sunset?
Sunset.
Sunset.
Legos or coal that goes in trains?
What?
Yeah, I said it. Legos or coal that fuels trains?
Coal that fuels train.
The fast lane or cruising?
Cruising.
Nice or the feeling of marshmallows in your mouth?
Ooh. Marshmallow.
Chubby bunnies or skinny lizards? Chubby bunnies. Chubby bunnies.
Easter or Halloween?
Halloween.
Oh yeah, baby.
Nose picking or butt scratching? Butt scratching.
Come on, Shannon. Teeth or tongue?
Tongue.
Hey.
Speaking your piece or making peace?
Making peace.
Making peace.
Secrets or confessions?
Confession.
I've always loved you.
Night lights or day lights?
Nightlight.
Grudges or confrontations?
Ooh. Confrontation.
Confrontations. See, when I think of confrontations, it makes me want to cry. I have never been a confrontational person. I've always tried to, not pick fights, and a big part of my growing up right now feels like asserting my boundaries can only be done if I stand up for myself, right? But sometimes that comes with letting people know that they have crossed your boundaries, and that feeling, that confrontation makes me sick to my stomach. And I try to work a lot on figuring out how do I stand up for myself, but also take care of other people so that me standing up for myself doesn't cause them harm or makes them feel a certain type of way. I don't want the cycle to continue. Does anyone here have that similar kind of experience where, taking care of you kind of comes at odds with either other people or goals or what you should be doing?
Mm-hmm.
Anyone feel like, yes, my friend, would you mind sharing that with us?
Just raising my hand to say yes, I also feel that way.
Oh, yeah, no, I appreciate you, yeah. Does anyone care to speak on like a moment that they can kind of like pinpoint where they're like, oh, this kind of like, I felt like I had to do this for me, but, yes, my friend Charlotte?
Yeah, I moved to Chicago from Florida because I needed space for my parents. And I moved completely without like knowing anyone, and I'd only been to the city one time.
You had only been to Chicago once before?
Yeah, and that was just because I was like, oh, I should probably go there to make sure I like even remotely like it before I just don't move here randomly sight unseen.
So how long did you spend in Chicago before you decided?
I went for my birthday weekend in 2019, so it was like in November, and it wasn't like snowing, so I didn't even like know about like the ice. So this like winter, well, it like got like, cause it got like 70 and then it got like 35 the next day. So then there was ice and I ate shit and it was like.
Oh no! So
yeah.
was that kind of like your big? Was that a fear of yours that you might find something in Chicago that's going to keep you from wanting to move out there, or did you know in your heart when you got there that at least I'm going to try this? I'm going to.
Yeah, I immediately loved it because I joked that like I'm allergic to Orlando where I'm from because every time like I go back there from a trip, like in the airport, like I cry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you left Orlando to go to Chicago for your birthday trip, how did you feel? Like.
I like felt like I love traveling by myself, which apparently is like a weird thing. And my mom is like, aren't you worried something's gonna happen? Like you're gonna get kidnapped? I'm like, nah, like whatever. Like if it happens, it happens. Kind of like what we're talking about with this, like relinquishing control. Like I can't stop someone from kidnapping me. Like, for someone who says like fight me as much as I do, I literally would just be like, all right, I give up. You can just pick me up, take me wherever. Especially like during COVID where like we all had to wear masks. And like I have glasses, so like my glasses would just fog up and then I couldn't see and I was like, no, like I would always joke, if someone wants to kidnap me, now would be the perfect time because I can't see anything.
All right, so kidnapping doesn't seem like the biggest one of your fears, right?
I mean, like, and I thought about all the things that like I had fears about, like we'd be here a long time. So like just try to like relinquish that control of like thinking about the things I'm afraid of and just like doing things in spite of it.
I feel like doing things in spite of your fear.
Yeah.
Doing things in spite of your fear.
All together now. Doing things in spite of your fear. I don't think I want to jump anymore, Dad. Oh, it's too high.
Okay.
I don't think I'll. What if I belly flop in the water? What if I
Okay.
lose
So-
my swimsuit?
It'll be okay. It'll be okay. Look, Samantha, you'll just it's just one jump at a time. Like we felt the water earlier. It was nice and warm, but also not too warm. It's kind of cool, so it's great temperature. It's perfect day, and like maybe just one little footstep in.
No.
No?
Hold tight.
See? Cannonball.
Well, she did it great, but what if everyone laughs at me? What if I never come back up from the water? What if I forget all my swimming lessons? Oh, I don't want to do it anymore.
No one will laugh at you. It'll be wonderful. Like you see, everyone is swimming in the pool. We see one person. We see two. See, everyone's swimming in the pool. Oh wow! Yeah. All the digitals are swimming in the pool. Yeah. jump in together?
Could we do it together, but could we step in slowly?
Yeah, let's do it. Okay.
Some of you pulled cards during intermission. Grabbed a card that spoke to you. Would anyone like to read out the card that they grabbed? You don't even have to make up the words, they're on the card.
Right now it's like this. When we stop noticing, we can get stuck in painful patterns of reacting, shutting down, and words. Notice what is present, thoughts, feelings, sights, sounds, and say to yourself, right now it's like this, describing your experience.
Say to yourself right now, it's like this. Describe your experience right now. How are you feeling right now?
Upright.
Like that's a question for you. How are you feeling? Comfy. Comfy, energized.
Open.
Open. How are y'all feeling? Good, great. Feeling great.
Yeah. Can I be a kid?
Of course you could be a kid.
Okay.
What do you want to be? A tree. Good. How about you?
Squirrel.
Great. And you?
A teacher.
Oh. Oh, I'm scared because I'm going to be a kid with you.
First Mrs. Johnson was like, whoa! But then Mrs. Johnson was like, whoa! And then Mrs. Johnson gave me that eye that's like,
You got
the eye.
Oh! You know the last dude who got the eye, you know what happened to him?
What?
He fell down a well.
What? Oh wait, she's.
Toot! Hey! Quit running! Now what do I have here? 2 kids away from the other kids talking amongst themselves in secret. I bet you're up to no good, and I know this because I've been a teacher for 25 years.
But Miss Johnson, the other kids were like, "Meh," and we were like, "Meh," and then they were like, "Meh." And we were like,
Enough! You know what I don't like?
What?
Kids being loud. Kids expressing emotions, crying, yelling, laughing.
but these kids are doing all those things all the time.
That's
Listen.
what. Hey, I already told those kids, but I'm telling you right now.
I think you might be in the wrong profession.
Hey, Pierre, this is your chance. You've always wanted to be the hero. And look at those kids under oppression. All you've got to do is flash that flashy tail and get down there. I know, Pierre. I know it's scary. Well, the thing is, you might not ever get another chance. I'm old, and nigh another squirrel may climb these branches. But you have a chance now.
And like I said, so much to.
She's allergic.
Where are those kids I was reprimanding? Oh, the squirrel! Oh, there's no one I can tell what to do.
This playground, years later, has dissolved. The tree is it's dead, completely dead. It's a dead tree. And every child that ever played on this playground is old, and the playground does not get used anymore. But there is one person who continuously comes back to this area to pay their respects. They pay their respects to their children. They pay their respects to those they harmed. They pay their respects to the squirrel that scared them. They pay their respects to the dead tree because this is what they knew.
We're going to hear some of her memories of this playground. So what are some things you might have heard on the playground growing up? Let's start shouting them out gently. La, 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 la. Anyone else? What else we got?
Ow!
Ow. More. As you feel them, just let them come out.
Pants on fire. Jimmy, run in the street. K-I-S-S-I-N-G.
Get your hands out of my pants. Now we're going to hear her thoughts, her remembering back to her first year as a teacher, what she wanted. What do you think she wanted out of her life, out of her blossoming career? Here, go ahead and shout those out at her as her memories come back.
To make a difference.
I'm gonna make a difference.
I'm gonna teach some amazing kids. They're gonna grow up to be amazing adults.
If I can make a difference in just one child's life,
These kids are gonna stop yelling at their parents if I can help it.
I'm gonna be like the teachers I never got to have.
Almost 40 years ago, when I started my path in education, I had big hopes. I had this teacher in elementary school, 5th grade. Her name was Mrs. Love, and she was that embodiment. She was kind and caring, and she was a disciplinary when she had to be. She taught me some of my biggest lessons, and I remembered that that's the feeling I want to give my students when I get into the classroom. And then life went on. I had children of my own who grew up and went on their journey to find themselves. And after a certain point, they started living their own lives. They made their own choices. They had their own successes and failures and trials and tribulations. And as a mother and as a guardian and as a mentor, seeing someone you love so much and not being able to help them further and lead them in the right path and just trusting that they can do it on their own, it's terrifying. And
I had a teacher. Taught me right here in this playground when I was in maybe 2nd grade. Her name is Miss Johnson, and she was pretty tough a lot of the time. But I remember some of the things she said, some of the lessons she taught me.
I feel like I made so many mistakes. I don't know if I guided them the right way. I don't know if I should have eased up when I pushed, or if I should have told them that what I really mean is I believe in you and I'm rooting for you and I know you can do better, but it all came out sounding like...
She had this way sometimes of giving you an eye, and when I was so little I was so scared. But thinking back, when I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do with my life, I thought of the adults that actually seemed to care what happened to me. She was the top of the list. I don't know if she always said the right thing, but she was always interested in what the heck I was doing, even as a kid. And that's why I became a teacher. That's why I taught in the elementary school that's down the street, the new one. I think about her all the time, and I wonder what she thinks about her career.
I don't hear from my kids as often. I don't have a lot of friends. I have those close to me. I'll never know if what I've done has made an impact. And I don't know if that's the point, is to know. But as I stand here, I know I did my best.
I just finished my 5th semester, and I feel like it's going to be my last one. So that's why I came here. Just to get a sense of the teacher that inspired me. Maybe I should just go talk to her. And
You probably have someone in your life that has inspired you and impacted your life and touched you in a way. I want to hear, what are some things that you would say to them?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's pretty all-encompassing. Anything else?
You believed in me when I didn't believe in myself.
You believed in me
when I didn't believe in myself.
Anything else?
I miss you.
I miss you.
I didn't appreciate you.
I didn't appreciate you.
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
That's a good question. What are you doing?
What are you doing? What are you doing?
You know, thinking.
What are you doing?
Wasting time again.
What are you doing?
Worrying about the inevitable collapse of my life.
What are you doing?
Not writing this paper.
What are you doing?
Avoiding stuff.
What are you doing?
Like, I'm listening to the fears inside of my body and I'm letting them take over me, and it means that I'm not doing the things that I should be doing to do the things that I want to do.
What are you doing?
That! What are you doing?
what are you doing? What are you doing?
Well, I finished my paper.
What are you doing?
Well, I'm celebrating.
What are you doing?
Well, I'm gonna go to Disney. It's a very, it's my doctorate, so like, it's my thesis, so I'm gonna go to Disney World.
What are you doing?
Buying Mickey ears immediately.
What are we doing?
Going on Splash Mountain, David.
Yeah!
What are you doing?
Having fun!
What are you doing?
I'm learning about people.
What are you doing?
I'm talking to somebody. I'm like,
What are you doing?
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 We're hanging out. We're hanging out. We're talking.
No, hanky panky.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
What are we doing?
What are you doing?
What have we done?
What am I doing?
What am I doing? What am I doing?
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
What are you
What are you
doing?
doing?
What are you doing? What are you doing?
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
I want to continue this what are you doing game.
Yeah.
I want to do it. I want us to mirror each other.
Okay.
I want to play with that a little bit.
I want to bring other people in.
Nice. Like that. There's a fan. It's a fan. It's a whirling fan. You know that there's a company. It's called Big Ass Fan. There's a big ass fan right here. There's a big ass fan, and it's doing the thing where it spins and it's sucking things into it. It's doing that like, look, help me out here. It's just like, it's doing that thing. It's doing that thing. It's doing that thing. You know what it is. And there are two turtles.
Oh no.
That really hit with Sophia. There are two turtles here, and they are slowly being sucked.
No!
They are being sucked. They are being sucked into this fan. Their lives are short. They're laughing because that's wrong. Everyone knows turtles' lives are very long, but their lives in this moment are gonna be, excuse the pun, cut short. I know. Remember, I saved those bears and those elephants. These turtles know. Doomed, all right? So get it in your mind and your bodies how you're already gonna feel when these turtles die, because it's gonna happen. Turtles?
Well,
I guess this is it.
That's it. We tried everything we could.
Yeah, we tried extra shoes. We tried tape. We tried calling for help.
Yeah, my voice is hoarse. I can't. I don't want to fight it anymore, Luke.
But Sylvia, we got to do something. No?
No.
What if we get a rope and hold on to the rope, but then also tie it to something so we can
Luke, there's nothing left. We're gonna die.
We're gonna die.
There's nothing we can do.
Maybe we won't die. Maybe it'll be.
There's no maybe, Luke. It's done. We'll never get to finish our turtle screenplay. We'll never get to climb Turtle Mount Everest.
I didn't get to read all my turtle books.
I'll never get to wear my turtle bathing suit that I've been saving for the summer.
Climb the Turtle Eiffel Tower.
And I'll never climb the lava. Just because it happens doesn't mean we have to see it.
It's true, it's true. Good night, good night, good night.
They died. It was brutal, but censored. Sometimes we're turtles sucked in a vortex. Am I right? Sometimes we plan to like get ropes and what was your plan? Get a rope and tie it to a thing.
Yeah, so we can anchor ourselves.
So we can anchor ourselves. But sometimes we won't climb Turtle Mount Everest. Obviously, you've all survived to this point. But what is something that you've had to say to yourself, like you wanted to do this thing, but It's not gonna happen.
Shit.
Yeah? Yeah. Same, buddy. Anyone else? Something you wanted to do that's just, it's not gonna happen.
Be an Olympic gymnast?
Yeah.
Olympic gymnast.
An Olympic gymnast. I love that. Can I see? What do you do?
What do I do?
Yeah.
I consulting and fitness.
So cool. Can I get you to come up here with me? And what's your name?
Erin.
Erin. Erin, I'm very not fit. I have armband exercises I'm supposed to do for my joints. Can you, so you didn't get to be a gymnast, but you are
Not an Olympic gymnast.
Ooh. A little gymnast. Well, can you demonstrate something? I know that's hard, like obviously, like you can't give me an entire fitness plan. But can you maybe show me a simple exercise that I can do? Like you show me your expertise.
Okay, well, let's see. Go like this. So I do fitness, it's like to music. So you gotta get a beat going.
Oh yeah.
And then you can add your arms.
Anyone else want to join us? Anyone else want to stand and join us? What else do you get?
There we go.
Yeah, yeah, yes. Oh, yeah. Yes. What? Oh, yeah. What else?
Okay, we're just down.
Are you serious? Okay, good. What?
Arms out. Don't be serious.
Yes. I am really out of shape, Aaron.
Okay. Then you have to learn to play. There you go. So you just don't stop moving. That's the key.
Start moving, grooving. Got it.
Don't stop. Don't stop.
All right, hit us with one more big one, Aaron. That was beautiful. I'm so proud of you.
I'm proud of you too. You did great.
All right, let's all give it up for Aaron. Yay, I'm gonna pass this off now. I talk a lot.
You did a whole thing. There's a whole thing. There's a whole thing. There's a whole thing. That whole thing is what I wanted to do.
Well, you had an idea, you prayed on it, you were patient with it, and now that whole thing is right there in front of you. How do you feel?
It's like I put everything I had into that whole thing.
Yeah, it's right there. You can
I
touch
can
it.
touch it.
You can feel it.
I can feel it.
You can listen
I
to
can
it.
hear it.
Can you
I
taste
can,
it?
No.
It's your thing.
It's
You can
my
taste
thing.
it.
If I touch it, it might dissolve.
Oh.
It might die.
Oh, well.
What are some suggestions of what we see?
Ooh,
A
what's there?
giant
What's that?
cake.
A giant cake?
Yeah. Yeah, it might dissolve. But, all right. What if you never touched it?
Then it would be perfect forever as it is.
Are you sure?
No, because it would dissolve over time because sugar, it dissolves. It's what it's meant to do.
What if you never saw it?
Well, I would be able to picture it in my head, and it would be perfect as it is.
Look at it. I think it's perfect as it is.
Well, it's melting now.
But maybe Maybe we don't let it dissolve. You put so much work into this. You thought on this.
Yeah,
You combined these ingredients, you frosted it.
Yeah. I piped with a piping thing.
I watched you do
I
it.
turned it and I spatulated it.
You're filthy.
I'm filthy
Because
with
of
sex.
Oh no, so much wonderful work. You should enjoy it.
But life is chaos. Eventually something's gonna happen. It's not gonna dissolve. What's gonna happen to it?
Raccoons come for it.
Raccoons come for it.
If I keep it in this box and I just leave it alone, nothing really.
Could you watch it forever?
I can't. I won't ever sleep.
What about at night?
I'll take that stuff that makes you awake all the time.
Close your eyes and picture nighttime. You're asleep. You have no control. What's the worst that can happen?
The worst that could happen is raccoons come for it. Listen, I know you're trying to make me feel better, but I want to get into this cake. I want to get into this box with my cake, and I don't want my cake to change, and I don't want it to melt, and I don't want raccoons to get it. I want to keep it perfect. I want to stay in this moment for the rest of my life.
The best cake I've ever tasted. And I know you put a lot of work into it. But this is not forever. It's gonna spoil. It's gonna spoil. It's gonna spoil. And you put so much work into it. What was that, fresh raspberries I tasted?
It was. I picked them myself. I grew them. I grew those raspberries on a bush. That's where raspberries grow. And I grew them myself. And I put them in a confectionery oven.
Yes.
And I made confections.
Yep.
Yep. And I made that cake. I made it from scratch.
It tastes like it. It tastes delicious. And I am sorry I ruined it.
No, you're not.
No, you're right. I'm not. Because you know what's not ruined? Everything you learned from that cake.
Plant the cake. Like a seed. Plant the cake.
Make a cake tree.
Listen to the raccoons.
I really want those cake trees.
Make a cake tree.
Have you ever had to plant a cake? I'm not talking like a cake. I'm talking about a seed cake. I'm talking about the thing that you come to, that you're done with, that you're finished with, that's over. It's your best thing. And then you're still alive, goddammit. You're still alive.
I was in a PhD program for physics. I did not make it. I decided to leave. I took 6 years of physics training, undergrad and some grad, and I cut a hole in Houston, Texas, and I put that physics seed down in there. And I covered it up, and I ran away. And in that tree, the tree that grew out of that seed had some math skills and some accepting people as they are because they're socially awkward skills, and some dealing with bureaucracy and corrupt people skills, and some ideas about the way the universe could work skills, and some love for everything around me skills, and some trust that I'm gonna have some good ideas sometime, even though they're terrible skills, and it just keeps on growing. and growing and growing. Please stand up right now where you are. You don't have to come on stage like Aaron and Relinquishing is. Stand up where you are. If you feel like it, talk through it. But right now, think of something you need to plant. Take your shovel and let's start digging. Start thinking about that thing. You're done with it. You put so much time and effort in it. You thought you were gonna have it forever. You thought you were the thing. Put it in the hole, baby. Put it in the hole. How do we cover this thing up?
We just
Just cover the whole thing? With what? With what? With shame?
no, not with shame.
Cover it up with
With
it.
gratitude and memories. With memories. And with gratitude and memories and
Yes.
and what else? And love.
What else? What else do you cover it up with? Healthy stuff, guys. Something.
Breathe.
Breathe. Yeah.
Unfair expectations.
Unfair expectations. Cover this. Emily told us relinquishing control is understanding that there are things beyond your control in the environment that will affect the outcome. So everybody, we're going to step back from our planted seeds. And if it rains, it rains. And if it's a drought, it's a drought. Band, what do we got?